like a daisy. But oh, I'm feeling crazy as I know I'm running late. Let's wait just one more day. I know I'm running away from moments. What am I becoming? I guess something's broken.
Well, my fucking fat sharks might have fucking shit the bed. Sure as hell hope not, but it's like they just fucking cut out in the middle, went black on me. Oh, god damn it. Yep, they just died on me completely. That's gonna be the end of this bullshit.
Telemetry lost.
Thanks to my fucking crap sharks crapping out on me. I mean, I know I put some abuse on them, but I mean, I use them a lot. I wouldn't say I really abused them at all. I've always had them in the case, and they're only like a couple years old. I feel like something like this is like, should be fine. It should last quite a while. It shouldn't have such fickle fucking issues for how much you gotta spend on them. And I thought my barrel connector was going, but it really turns out that it was this barrel connector right here that basically had the problem. And this is like a homemade pack that I made a while ago. When I basically had one of those lipo ones that went bad on me, so I took it apart and made it work with 18650s. So this is the same thing that you can buy. Anyways, I'd had 2 of these go bad on me, and when they go bad, they're just like pain in the ass. They'll connect some of the time, and then you jiggle your goggles or touch them funny or look at them wrong, and the picture goes, and then you gotta sit there and fiddle with it again, and it's one of the most fucking aggravating fucking things ever. So after having happened the second time, and each time I thought it was like this barrel connector going bad, because it's like, you know, you wiggle it, and that shit, when it wiggles and kind of works and whatever, it's kind of hard to diagnose, because you're like, you have to get it to work to kind of see where it's going bad. It took me a bit actually to figure out that that's what was going wrong. More goggle upgrades. I printed this door for the True D, because the one that comes with it sucks. I designed and printed these round things to screw on your antennas a little easier. And I just did the power button mod. And I designed and made that thing to hold my XT60 connector. I want to solder these wires a little better. I don't like the lengths and the way they're going. So I decided to redo them, and in redoing them, I decided to add this little thing here. This is a step-down regulator, so that no matter what battery I plug into it, it will only give the goggle 12 volts. Now the fan actually takes less than 12 volts. I found a thing that replaces the switch here for $4 from Race Day Quads that allows the fan to take 12 volts, allows you to turn the fan off and change the speed of the fan. This is the standard one that came with it. This is the new one that lets you change fan speeds and turn your fan on and off with the switch. And it just basically swaps out for the part that's in here. It's pretty easy to do. Now anyways, what I was going to show you guys is a little tip. Some people like to use third hands. They're usually expensive. I got a cheaper technique that I like a lot better. So I'm going to take the silly putty and just stick it in this compartment a little bit. Get this wire over here, because this is what I want to hold it. I'm trying to do this one-handed so I can show you guys. So sorry for the shitty filming. So this is basically gonna go in here, so I need it held there just so I can get the soldering done. So you can see the silly putty is gonna basically hold it right in place for me, and then I can basically sneak this wire over to where it goes, solder it, and then the end I can pull the silly putty out. Anyways, this is a lot cheaper than using third hands. It's small, fits in a toolbox, and it's a lot quicker to set up too. I made this doohickey here. So there's a four cell fly-on pack. When I was using this one right here without the regulator, so I only had 2 of these 18650s in this series. This is 4. I used to get about 15 packs before this would start. The goggles would start beeping at me and I had to recharge the batteries. Now with this one, I haven't even gotten the goggles to beep at me, and I flew something, I lost track. It was like probably something around 60 packs. I 3D printed this clip so you can clip it to your belt or your pants or whatever, so you don't even got to put it in your pocket. Also upgraded the fan thing, so both of them are basically independent of each other, so I can turn one off without turning the other off, or vice versa. That's the lowest setting. You probably barely hear it through the phone, but that's 2, and that's 3. Definitely a lot more powerful than it was before. And then if you shut it off and turn it back on, it goes to whatever setting you had it set to. So definitely a nice upgrade for $4. So yeah, pretty stoked with these goggles now. A lot less annoying than they were before. Probably spent about like 20 bucks or so, including $5 for a new strap. Highly worth it. Highly recommend doing power button. Highly recommend the $4 switch for the fan too. Thanks for watching, guys. 12 pack out.